So for those who would have seen my submission, how was it done? And what was my train of thought? And I'll be very quick. Now, first thing I needed to do was to create some level of suspense leading up to that throne room scene. Now, unfortunately, I only had two characters to work with, and those two characters were front facing characters. So I needed to really sell the story or divert the attention of the viewers to the fact that, wait, there are only two characters front facing in nature. So what I thought of was to do the following. Right. So this was the file that I used. I created a sequence of this walking. So here we see walk effects sequence. All right. And the file is walk effects. And here we have the various foot poses that created that walking animation. Right? Very simple. There was no need to create an entire character to do that. With the camera zoomed up, probably this close in Cartoon Animator, your mind tells you that okay, this is a character, but really and truly, it was just feet. Right? So from here, I would have created this walk cycle. This is the SVG file for this walk cycle. I would have imported it into Cartoon Animator and exported a video file. Now, it was pretty quick. This is how fast it actually was. And I don't know how to slow it down. If anybody knows how you could slow down some of these sequences in Cartoon Animator, let me know. But my workaround was, oh yeah, I can't show you that workaround because if I do, I would engage Filmora, and Filmora is actually recording this session. So this is why I failed two times prior to this time recording, right? But what I did, I would have imported this quick sequence into Filmora, and I would have slowed it down by a factor of 0.25, and it created a slower walk cycle. I would have added that noise when he touched the floor to create that ambience of walking in a hall. Probably later in the video, or I will try to do that separately and add it to this work in progress video. But this is what I did, right? So in Filmora, I would have edited this, slowed it down a bit. So we would have looked at, oh, need to exit this. So we would have looked at this video, which was actually slowed down. And the reason why I did this is because I needed to divert the attention of the viewers. And I'll show you why when Cartoon Animator opens. Right? So here it is. Now, the character that I have, it's a front-facing character. It's a front-facing character. So to imply or to divert the minds of the viewers that a character is actually walking up the hallway and entering into this door, the video of that walk, that feet or the foot walking down that hallway, was needed to create that mindset that okay, the viewer is being diverted, or he's being led to believe that someone is walking. And in this scene, when he hears the footsteps, his mind is telling him, okay, someone is walking up the hall. And that shadow here gives the illusion that something or someone is coming up that hole. I just did something randomly in in Illustrator. I reduced the opacity to create a shadow of some sort, to create that illusion that someone is coming up that hole. Now, this person would be unable to come up that hole and then walk in because I only have a front-facing character. So I needed to switch this scene. and divert the minds of the viewers to something else. So obviously, the minds of the viewers will be diverted to that throne room and then back to the individual that came into the room. So in doing that, what I would have done initially from that walk cycle was to let the viewers animate. Let them animate in their minds what they think or what I could not have done, which was to create that turning effect into the room. So by having this scene, viewing this person on this throne, and you're hearing that footsteps, the viewer now is animating in their own minds that here what someone is coming into the hall, and probably they would have entered the hall room. And now you can switch back to that person who would have entered the room. So here he is. Here he is in the room without animating him coming into the room. So just a quick note with this character. All the movements that you're seeing from him was done with the face key editor, excluding his body. That would have been done using the 2D motion key editor. But let's just focus on the face a bit using the face key editor. And a shortcut for that is Control key. Control key. And I use detail settings. And this helps me to animate everything from his brows to his eyes to his mouth. I really don't animate the nose. There was no need for me to animate the nose. And this character, how he talks, I use this slider here, which is jaw, move down. But to actually get that to work, I need to disengage all sliders. And then it creates a illusion of talking, that animated mouth. So I could use this to probably, how large I want it, how small I want it based on what he's saying. And that is what I did throughout this video. Right, so let's look at this character for a bit, because this character, I would have also used sliders to control his eyes, eyebrows. But what is different on this character is his sprites, specific to his mouth. So I would have added in his mouth 3 PNG sequence for this character. And I could tell you that I really, really love this fact. Prior to this, I would have used normal visemes or sprites for each mouth. But that was at the end when you're editing and you're fine-tuning. That is so time-consuming. It is ridiculous. But with these PNG sequences, it is a godsend. It is amazing. And I just want to show you what I mean by PNG sequence. So let's look closer at this character a bit. And let's look at his mouth. So I have one where he opens his mouth, just in case I need him to smile or something of that sort. Another where he closes, right? And then for speech, I have 3. It's actually the same mouth sprite moving at different speed. So I have that one. This one's a bit faster. And then this one is the slowest mouth speed. Because in anime, the character really doesn't have much visemes, or much sprites when he speaks. Probably when he shows emotion, yes, which for this purpose, there's no need for me to create that. All I needed to do is create that sequence for him to speak. And as I said, I am in love with these sprites, these PNG sequences. So here I am. Well, here he is on that chair. And I will show you how I actually put in all these motions. So three things that I deal with. One, the transform key, motion key, and the face key. Usually I would start with the face first. I just love doing that first. And then I would do any body motion or reaction that can be, used in congruence with what his face is being expressed. So did all the face motions, all the eyes, all the eyebrows, all of that, and then I would have added some transform keys and motion keys manually to him. For me, there was no need for any extravagant movement, as this was more dialogue, and subtle movements for me was the key to sell this animation. And as you're seeing here, very subtle movements that is being done that is selling this scene at the moment. So yeah, that's it. One thing before we move on, I just want to show you how easy it is to get these PNG, how easy it is using these PNG sequence instead of that manual individual sprites. So for this, the audio files is not added to the character, so, and neither is it placed in the vocal file, where it usually goes. If it is you drag an audio file onto your character, it goes into this voice clip here. You would not see a voice clip there. So what I did was actually placed it into that project tab, into the music, and then I manually, based on what he's saying, I manually put in the vizims for his speech, which you can see. Let me see if I could. Right, so here it is. So these are the sprites that were used for him speaking, and this is so quick. This is done so easy. It is no joke. I am telling you that there were times that I animated and I was very depressed having to deal with plugging in individual sprites. It was crazy. But this is so easy, so easy. Look how easy it is. One sprite, another, then another, another. Now, this may seem crazy how I'm acting, but I'm telling you that I really did not enjoy those individual sprites. If I have to, yes, but having encountered this PNG sequence, it is a stress reliever. It is great. It is really great. So all you do, you press S to bring up the sprite editor. On face, you click the mouth sprite, and based on what he's saying, I would scrub through the timeline, and then I would utilize one of these, and it will pop up on the timeline, on the sprite timeline. So you're able to quickly edit in that mouth movement to match what is being said. Very, very, very amazing. Very amazing. And lastly, I just wanted to show how I created that flash step motion, or that quick anime motion. Right, so here we have the second to last scene, where at this point the character disappears, just like you have it in the anime. He disappears very quickly. Now, how did I do this? So in Adobe Illustrator, I would have utilized the pen tool, created a line increased the thickness of that line to probably about 4 or 5, then change the stroke profile to width profile 1. Copied and paste and just arrange them like this. And that was it. Then you save this as a transparent PNG. You save it as a transparent PNG. So, back to Cartoon Animator. So you have your fast lines. In this case, I actually had 2. And we're going to look at them closely. Let's go to the visibility screen. So from the beginning of the scene, you have them invisible because there's no need for them until later on in the scene. So here you see the transform keys for the visibility of those characters. And I'm circling them here at the moment. So this needs to be very quick to denote speed. So at one point, line 2 appears, this one here. Line 2, this transform key, the quick lines or the fast lines or the flash lines appear, then disappear. And when that line disappears, line 20 appears, but it appears not in the same place. So let's scrub back. And it creates some level of movement. So it is offset a bit to the left from the previous fast lines. So that creates a level of movement or quick movement, the illusion, of quick movement. So I'm scrubbing back and forward so you're able to see what is going on. Now, then if it is we move forward 1 key, all lines are invisible, inclusive of your character. So that creates that quick disappearing act, which makes him seem as though he's moving very quickly. Very, very quickly. Yeah, that's basically it. Then all this was placed in Filmora, edited, music was added, and I'm ready to post. So that's it, guys. Hope that you enjoyed. I actually did this in one day. Yeah, it's actually Christmas. I actually did this on Christmas. Yeah, so it was fun, and I hope that you learned something and that you enjoy this video. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and just to contribute to this community gives me fun. So that was it for me, guys. At this time, I need to rest. Goodbye. Have a good one. Season's greetings.